Welcome back, everybody. 11 minutes past 11 right now. And by the end of next week, most North Alabama students will be back in class. Back to school, though, means homework.
It does.
So joining me right now, we have Lindsey Barron of Rocket City Mom. So first of all, so glad you stopped by
Thank
to be
you
with
for the
us.
opportunity.
First day of school for kids right now in Huntsville, Madison City, Madison County. Let's face it, it's hard to get some kids to do that homework, to focus. So they get home, they want to play. How do you get them to hone in on homework?
Woo, homework is tough. I've got kids of all ages in our house, and homework is hard. So the one thing that we try to do at our house is take a break. Everybody come in, get you a snack after school, take a break, decompress. If we need to run outside and scream and play for just a little while, to do that. We do limit screen time though, so we don't do screen time until after we get homework finished. Some homework requires screen time, so we try to build that into that as well. But everybody stop, knock that homework out as quickly as you can, because the longer they go through that afternoon, the tireder they're gonna get.
Which is good at bedtime, of course.
It is good for bedtime.
So how did the pandemic and learning from home affect how kids think of and how they do their homework?
Oh, the pandemic was tough. So there's kids that are just starting school in the past couple of years that didn't live through that. And then there's some of our older students that they did. They grew up in the pandemic and they were home for a year and a half from school, which there was no homework, there was just schoolwork from home. Right. And so those children really struggled the past couple of years going back to a classroom, bringing schoolwork home, doing homework. And so getting back in that routine, especially with those older kids that lived through the pandemic, is really, really important.
So what about those kids who just plain, I was one of these, who just plain don't do their homework, or who said they didn't when they really didn't? How do you handle that situation?
Oh, you've got to trust but verify. And so not only do you need to check and make sure it's actually done, it's in a folder, it's going back to the school, or it's done online if they've got a laptop that they work from, but then you also need to go back and verify that they actually did the work right. So we didn't just check a box, but we actually did this schoolwork. So I'm not saying you need to check all the problems, but at least do a spot check on it and verify it before they take it back to school.
So homework sometimes stresses out parents too, because they sometimes don't know how to do some of the more modern day ways of solving, for example, math problems, or maybe they've forgotten some of the things they learned so long ago in school. That would definitely be me. How do parents handle that with their kids and tell them they can't help them with certain things?
Sure. So I think parents just need to be honest. If you don't know the answer to a question, there are many, many resources online to be able to get to that. There's a lot of different applications that the schools offer now where you can get some resources that are from their classroom so that you can see how they were taught in the classroom. Just be honest with them about it. You're learning at the same time they are. It probably will help them calm down just a little bit that you didn't know it all to begin with.
I can't let you go without asking, how can moms connect with Rocket City Moms, not just about homework, but about all things related to back to school that they just might need some help or some encouragement or some support with?
Sure. So RocketCityMom.com has a back to school guide, and we've done all the legwork for you. It has everything in there, from where you can find your tutors, how to take the cutest back to school photos. Some of you took those this morning. You're posting them on our social media. It has all the details in there about how to deal with ISPs. If you need to set up different meetings with your teachers at school, different resources that you need, we did that work for you. Check it out. It's on our website, Back to School Guide. We want to make sure that everything's at your fingertips.
Love it. RocketCityMom.com. Got it? Lindsey, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.